In the heart of the moonlit forest, under the glow of the silvery moon, there lives a soft, gentle rabbit named Luna. She is small and swift, with fur as white as fresh snow, and eyes as bright and twinkling as the stars above. Luna loves the peaceful quiet of the forest, especially at night when everything seems to slow down, and the world feels like it's wrapped in a soft, cozy blanket. Can you imagine the stillness of the forest at night? The way the trees seem to settle in the darkness, their leaves whispering soft secrets to each other. The gentle breeze carries the fresh scent of moss and wildflowers. Luna hops through the underbrush, her little paws barely making a sound, as the moonlight bathes the ground in a soft, silver glow. Luna's burrow, tucked away in a quiet nook of the forest, is her special place. A cozy, soft den filled with the scent of earth and the warm comfort of home. Inside, there's a soft bed made of dried grass and leaves, a place where Luna rests each night after a long day of exploring the woods, playing among the flowers, and listening to the songs of the birds. She loves the way the forest feels at night, how the darkness wraps around her like a comforting hug, with only the soft moonlight to guide her way. But tonight, something is different. As Luna hops along her usual path, her nose twitches, and she pauses, her ears perking up. The usual sounds of the forest, gentle night creatures rustling in the leaves, the soft murmur of the wind, are quieter than usual. Even the stars, usually so bright, seem to twinkle a little more softly, as if they're waiting for something. Luna stops in her tracks, the soft moss beneath her paws feeling a little colder than usual. She looks up at the sky, where the moon is full and bright, but there's something about it tonight. Something about the way it casts its light, as if it's looking at her differently, as if it's waiting for something to happen. Just then, Luna hears a soft, familiar voice, a deep, soothing voice that belongs to her dear friend, Orla. Orla the owl is perched high in a tree nearby, her large, round eyes glowing like two soft lanterns in the night. Luna looks up and sees Orla watching her from the high branches. The owl's feathers are a mix of soft browns and whites, blending into the tree like the shadows themselves. Orla has been Luna's friend for as long as she can remember. They've shared many quiet nights together, perched on branches, watching the stars, and talking about everything and nothing. Luna smiles, feeling comforted by the sight of her wise friend. Orla is always so calm, so sure of herself, even when the forest seems to shift and change. Orla hoots softly, as though acknowledging Luna's thoughts. "Something feels different tonight, doesn't it?" Orla says, her voice low and calming, like a soft breeze. Luna nods, her ears twitching nervously. "Yes," she says. "I don't know why, but I feel like something's watching us. Do you think the forest knows something we don't?" Orla blinks slowly, her large eyes reflecting the moonlight. She tilts her head thoughtfully. "The forest is full of secrets, my friend," she says. "And tonight, we may learn something new, something the moon is eager to share with us." Luna feels comforted by Orla's words, but she can't shake the feeling that there's something more to the night, something just out of reach, waiting in the quiet. As Luna hops closer to Orla's tree, she hears another soft rustling from the bushes below. Orla's sharp eyes catch the movement instantly, and she lets out a soft hoot. From the shadows emerges another creature, a small brown hedgehog named Hugo. Hugo is a bit younger than Luna and a little shyer, but he's always ready for an adventure when his friends are nearby. His round body is covered in soft, spiky fur that helps protect him from the world's dangers. But tonight, he looks a little uneasy. His tiny paws shuffle on the forest floor as he looks around with wide eyes, clearly disturbed by the quiet of the night. "Hugo!" Luna calls softly, her voice warm and welcoming. "What brings you out so late?" Hugo pauses, glancing up at Luna and Orla with a nervous look. I don't know," he stammers. I couldn't sleep tonight. The forest feels strange. It's too quiet, too still." He looks at Orla, who is watching him carefully. "Do you feel it too, Orla?" The owl nods slowly, her eyes full of wisdom. "Yes, Hugo," she says. "The forest is always quiet at night, but tonight it is listening. We must listen too, if we want to understand its message." Luna looks up at the sky again, the moon casting a soft, pale light on her friends. "Do you think the forest is trying to tell us something? Maybe something important?" Hugo's eyes widen, and he starts to nod slowly. I think the forest is waiting for us to find it," he says. "There's something hidden out there, something we've never seen before. And I think it's asking us to look closer." Luna's heart races, but she feels a warmth spreading through her at Hugo's words. Maybe tonight will be the night they uncover the forest's greatest secret. The three friends, Luna, Orla, and Hugo, stand together under the moonlight, looking out into the deep, silent forest ahead. It's as though the forest is inviting them in, urging them to explore further, to follow the whispers of the night. "Shall we go then?" Orla asks, her calm voice always ready to guide her friends on their journey. "Let's see what the moon has in store for us tonight. Together, we will uncover its secrets." Luna, feeling a sense of comfort and courage from her friends, nods and hops forward. "Together," she echoes. "We'll find it." The three friends, each with their own unique qualities, set out deeper into the forest. As they walk, the air feels cooler and the sounds of the night seem to grow softer, almost as if the trees themselves are watching their every move. The forest is waiting for them. But what exactly is it waiting to reveal? As Luna, Orla, and Hugo move deeper into the moonlit forest, the air grows a little cooler, and the moonlight becomes more intense, as if it's guiding their way. The path ahead is narrow, winding between tall trees and thick bushes, but the three friends walk together, feeling safe and steady in each other's company. Still, there's something in the air tonight, a slight shift, a feeling that the forest is trying to tell them something, but it's not yet clear what. Luna hops lightly, her paws barely making a sound on the soft ground beneath her. She's excited, eager to find the forest's secret, but there's also a small problem that's been bugging her. You see, Luna loves the forest, but more than anything, she loves her cozy little burrow. A warm, safe place she's always so eager to return to at the end of a long day. It's where she feels the most at home, the most peaceful. But tonight, something feels off. Luna pauses and looks down at her paws. She scrunches her nose. Something's missing, something very important. "Oh dear," she sighs, her voice soft. "I forgot my favorite blanket. The one I always sleep with when I go to bed. Without it, I just don't feel as cozy. I can't seem to rest properly without it." Hugo, walking beside her, tilts his head, his small round eyes wide with concern. "Oh no, Luna. Without your blanket, how will you sleep?" Luna shakes her head gently. "I don't know, Hugo. I've looked all over my burrow before we left, but I just couldn't find it. I think I might have left it somewhere in the forest, but where could it be? I can't go to bed without it. It's soft and warm, and it smells like home." Orla, perched on a high branch, hoots softly, as if deep in thought. I see," she says. "A blanket is a very special thing to a little rabbit. It helps you feel safe and comfortable when you sleep, doesn't it? Let's see if we can find it for you, Luna. After all, we can't have a sleepy bunny out here in the woods without her blanket." Luna's ears perk up at Orla's gentle words, and a small smile forms on her face. Do you really think we can find it, Orla? Of course, Orla replies. We are all together, and the forest is full of surprises. Maybe if we listen carefully, the forest will help us. Let's start by thinking, shall we? Where was the last place you remember having your blanket? Luna thinks for a moment, her brow furrowed. I remember. I was in my burrow, right by the big oak tree in front. I was about to settle in for bed when I realized I hadn't found my blanket. But I don't remember where I left it. I must have put it down somewhere. The oak tree, you say? Orla asks, her voice calm and encouraging. I know the oak tree well. It's one of the oldest trees in the forest, with roots that spread deep into the earth. Perhaps if we listen carefully, we can find clues to where your blanket is hidden. The forest is full of gentle sounds. Let's listen closely together, and perhaps the wind can tell us where to look next. Luna nods eagerly. Yes, let's listen carefully. The three friends pause for a moment, standing still under the moonlight. The forest around them seems to hum with soft sounds, rustling leaves, the chirp of distant crickets, the whisper of the wind between the trees. It's as if everything in the forest is in harmony, each sound adding to the peaceful symphony of the night. Listen closely, Orla whispers. The wind carries the stories of the forest. Maybe we can hear something that will guide us. Luna, Orla, and Hugo walk deeper into the heart of the moonlit forest. The sounds of the world around them seem to grow louder, yet more soothing. The night air is crisp, and a soft breeze whispers through the trees, bringing with it the scent of fresh pine and damp earth. It's the kind of night where every leaf, every stone, seems to hold a secret. Luna's heart beats a little faster with excitement. The soft moonlight dances on the leaves above, casting strange and wonderful shadows on the forest floor. It's as though the trees themselves are trying to show Luna the way, guiding her with their quiet whispers. But still, her blanket remains lost. Where could it be? Luna's soft paws tread carefully over the moss-covered ground. The grass, cool and dewy underfoot, seems to whisper secrets of the forest. As they move forward, she spots something that catches her eye. A small patch of blue flowers glowing faintly in the moonlight, their petals shimmering like tiny stars. Look! Luna exclaims, her voice a mix of wonder and delight. Do you see those flowers? They're glowing just like the fireflies. They look like little pieces of the sky. They're moonflowers, Orla says with a soft hoot from her perch high in the trees. They only bloom at night, and their glow helps guide creatures in the dark. Perhaps they'll show us the way to your blanket, Luna. Maybe they're trying to lead us somewhere, Hugo says, his eyes wide. He bounces on his little paws. Let's follow them. They look so magical. Luna smiles, her heart light with the wonder of the night. She takes a deep breath, inhaling the crisp, cool air. Yes, let's follow the moonflowers. Maybe they know where my blanket is hiding. And so, the three friends follow the glowing moonflowers deeper into the forest. The flowers seem to shimmer with a soft, inviting light, as though they are drawing them in with their gentle glow. Luna's ears perk up as they pass through the patch of flowers, her eyes wide with curiosity. But just as they turn a corner in the path, the soft glow of the flowers fades into darkness. The path ahead is now more difficult to see, the light of the moon hidden by the thick branches above. Where did the flowers go? Luna asks, her voice filled with a touch of concern. She stops and looks around, the darkness of the forest now making everything feel a little more mysterious, a little more uncertain. Don't worry, Luna, Orla reassures her, her voice soft yet firm. The forest has a way of helping those who need it. We just need to be patient and keep listening. The forest is always speaking, but you must pay attention to hear it. Luna nods, taking a deep breath. The night feels thicker here, but there's something soothing in the quiet. And then, just as she's about to speak again, a soft, playful voice echoes from the shadows. "Well, well, well, what have we here? A rabbit, a little hedgehog, and an owl? All out on an adventure in the dark?" Luna freezes, surprised, and Hugo jumps back a little. But then a small familiar figure steps out from behind a bush. A bright green frog named Finn. Finn is one of the forest's most mischievous and fun-loving creatures, always bouncing around and finding new ways to add a little excitement to the night. "Finn!" Luna exclaims, her voice a little lighter now. "What are you doing out here?" Finn croaks a little laugh and hops forward with a big mischievous grin on his face. "Oh, just hopping around, exploring. The forest is full of surprises, Luna, and I'm here to find them all. What about you? You seem to be looking for something special. A blanket, maybe?" Luna nods eagerly. "Yes. Have you seen it, Finn? My favorite blanket, the one I always sleep with. I lost it somewhere in the forest, and I don't know where to look." Finn scratches his chin with his webbed paw and looks around as if deep in thought. A blanket, you say? Well, I haven't seen it, but I know someone who might be able to help. Follow me. I'll take you to the wise old tortoise. He knows everything that happens in this forest, day or night." "The wise old tortoise?" Luna asks, intrigued. "Where can we find him?" "Oh, he's not far," Finn says, his grin widening. "Just follow me, and we'll get there in no time. The wise old tortoise always has the answers, especially when it comes to lost things." Luna, Orla, and Hugo exchange looks, and with a sense of hope renewed, they follow Finn through the forest. Finn leads them down a twisting path, the trees growing thicker as they move deeper into the heart of the forest. The air is still, save for the occasional rustle of leaves as they pass by. As they continue, Luna notices something else. Small glowing creatures darting about. There are tiny glowing beetles buzzing softly in the air, their lights flickering like miniature lanterns. They seem to guide the group, their soft glow lighting the way. "Look at all the fireflies," Luna says in awe. "They're everywhere." "Yes, they're following us," Hugo says, his voice filled with wonder. "It's like they're our little helpers. I think they're excited to find your blanket, Luna." Finn croaks in agreement. "You're lucky, Luna. The forest is full of magic tonight, and when that happens, anything is possible." As they walk further along the path, Luna's thoughts begin to wander. The forest feels so full of life. Each sound, each creature, each rustle in the leaves seems to be part of something bigger, something peaceful and magical. She feels safe in the forest, surrounded by her friends and the mysteries of the night. The excitement of the adventure fills her heart with joy, and she knows that whatever happens, they're all in this together. And then, after a few moments, they arrive at a clearing where an old, wise tortoise sits quietly by a slow-moving stream, the moonlight reflecting off the water and casting a soft glow on the surrounding trees. His shell is thick and weathered, his eyes deep with knowledge. "Ah, Finn," the wise old tortoise says, his voice calm and slow. "And Luna, Orla, and Hugo, I see. What brings you all to me at this hour of the night?" "We're looking for Luna's blanket," Finn explains with a grin. "She's lost it somewhere in the forest, and we're hoping you can help us find it." The wise old tortoise nods slowly, his gaze moving over each of them thoughtfully. The forest is a place of many wonders, but also of many mysteries. The blanket, you say? It's not far. I sense it nearby. But remember, the forest gives its gifts in its own time. Be patient, and it will reveal its secrets. Luna listens closely, her heart full of anticipation. Could the tortoise really know where her blanket is? Could the forest be about to reveal its secret to her? Follow the moonlight, the tortoise continues, and you'll find what you seek. But remember, sometimes the journey itself is as important as the destination. Enjoy the walk, Luna. The forest has already given you much more than you know. Luna nods quietly, taking a deep breath. The wise old tortoise's words fill her with peace, and she feels ready to continue the adventure. "Thank you, winged old tortoise," she says softly. "We'll keep going. I know we're close now, and I'm glad to have all my friends with me." The tortoise nods again and closes his eyes, a small smile on his face. "Go now, and let the forest guide you. The answer is closer than you think." With hearts full of hope, Luna, Orla, Hugo, and Finn set off again, following the moonlit path ahead. The forest seems to grow even more magical as they move forward, and Luna knows, deep in her heart, that they're closer to finding her blanket than ever before. As Luna and her friends made their way through the moonlit path, the trees seemed to part ever so slightly, allowing them to glimpse something shimmering just ahead. But just as they took a step forward, a soft rustling sound came from behind a large bush. Something, or someone, was hidden there. The noise was gentle, almost like the swish of a tail. Luna's ears perked up. "Did you hear that?" she whispered, pausing in her steps. Her eyes narrowed slightly as she looked around, trying to see what the source of the sound might be. "It's nothing to be scared of," Orla whispered from above, her keen eyes scanning the shadows. "The forest is full of life, and sometimes its creatures just like to watch and listen. Let's go see who's there." With a soft hop and a quick turn of her head, Luna approached the bush cautiously. The rustling grew louder, and then, from the darkness, a small, familiar face poked out. It was Percy, the wise old raccoon. His bright eyes gleamed in the moonlight, and his fur was speckled with soft patches of gray. "Oh, hello there, Luna," Percy said with a warm chuckle. "And I see you've brought some friends along tonight." His voice was gentle, like the sound of leaves in the wind, full of comfort and wisdom. "Percy, it's so good to see you," Luna said, her face lighting up with a smile. "We're searching for my blanket. I've lost it somewhere in the forest, and I can't seem to find it anywhere." Percy thought for a moment, his whiskers twitching as he tilted his head to the side. His keen eyes seemed to scan the ground, as if reading the earth itself. After a few seconds, he looked back up at Luna with a soft, knowing smile. "Lost your blanket, huh?" Percy asked in his slow, thoughtful voice. "Well, you know, Luna, the forest is full of cozy spots, especially at night. Maybe your blanket's looking for somewhere warm to rest, too." He blinked slowly, his tail swishing in thought. "Have you checked near the old owl's tree? The branches there are soft and cozy, perfect for snuggling in the dark." Luna's eyes widened. "The owl's tree! Of course! Orla, do you think we could check there?" Orla, perched high in the trees, nodded her head softly. "The owl's tree is a good place to look, Luna. The branches are thick and comfortable, and there's a secret little nook that's perfect for things to hide in. I'm sure your blanket might be there." Hugo, bouncing with excitement, added, "Let's go! Let's go! I bet we'll find it there for sure." Percy gave a soft laugh. "Well, off you go then, and be careful. The forest is full of wonders, but also surprises. Keep your eyes and ears open. You never know what you might find next." With a grateful smile, Luna thanked Percy. "Thank you for your help, Percy. We'll go check the owl's tree right away." And with that, they waved goodbye to Percy, who disappeared into the bushes with a soft rustle, as though he was already preparing for his own nighttime adventures. As the group moved onward, the forest seemed to grow even quieter, the sounds of the world settling into a peaceful rhythm. They walked carefully, avoiding the thorny bushes and rocks along the path, following the moonlit trail that led them deeper into the heart of the forest. After a little while, they came across a clearing, and there, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, stood the towering tree that Orla had mentioned, the owl's tree. It was a grand ancient tree, its trunk thick and twisted, reaching up high into the sky. The branches spread out like a protective canopy, creating a shelter for all the creatures who lived in the forest. Its leaves rustled softly in the breeze, like whispers of forgotten stories. Luna looked up, her eyes searching the branches for any sign of her blanket. Orla flew gently to a low branch, her feathers ruffling softly. "I'll take a closer look from up here," Orla said, her voice full of quiet confidence. "The owl's tree has many layers of branches, and sometimes things get hidden deep in its folds. I'll search for you." Luna nodded, but just as she was about to take a step forward, a gentle humming sound echoed from behind a nearby rock. A soft, melodic voice called out, "Is someone looking for something? Something soft and cozy, perhaps?" Luna turned to see a gentle, plump little hedgehog waddling toward them, his quills shiny in the moonlight. It was Finn, the singing hedgehog, known for his love of music and his always soothing voice. He had a small pouch tied around his waist, and his little nose twitched with curiosity. "Oh, Finn!" Luna said, her voice filled with relief. "We're looking for my blanket. We thought we might find it near the owl's tree." Finn's bright eyes sparkled with excitement. "A blanket, you say? Well, blankets are best when they're near, right? Perhaps it's near somewhere that feels extra cozy, somewhere where the night seems a little warmer than usual." Luna furrowed her brow thoughtfully. "A warm spot? Could my blanket be near a special place like that?" "Indeed," Finn chimed. "And I know just the place. Follow me and I'll show you. There's a little den I know, a perfect little nook where all the warm animals gather when it's chilly out. Perhaps your blanket is resting there, waiting for you." With that, Finn led the way, and the group followed him down another winding path through the forest. The sound of the night grew softer, and the smell of the earth and leaves filled the air, grounding them in the forest's peaceful embrace. Finn hummed a soft tune as they walked, and his voice added a sense of magic to the air, making every step feel like part of a beautiful song. Soon, they arrived at a small hollow near a cluster of ferns and moss-covered rocks. The area felt warm and inviting, like a perfect little hideaway tucked into the heart of the forest. There, nestled against the side of a large stone, was a soft pile of leaves and grass, and in the middle, just peeking out from the edge, was Luna's blanket. "Luna," Finn called out. "Look! I think this is the cozy spot I was talking about. Your blanket is here." Luna's eyes lit up with joy. "Oh, it's my blanket! It really was here all along. How did it get here?" "Sometimes the forest just knows what you need," Finn said with a soft, wise smile. "The forest is a place of wonder, and it helps you find what you're searching for, in its own time and in its own way." Luna giggled with happiness as she scooped up her blanket, feeling the soft, familiar fabric in her paws. "Thank you, Finn, and thank you to everyone for helping me. I couldn't have found it without you." Hugo gave a little cheer, bouncing on his feet. "We did it! We found the blanket! This was so much fun, wasn't it?" "It was an adventure," Orla said from above, landing softly beside them. "And an important reminder that we always have friends to help us when we need them most." Luna smiled, her heart full of warmth and happiness. "I feel so lucky to have all of you with me. The forest really is magical, and it's because of friends like you that I always feel safe." And so Luna, Orla, Hugo, and Finn sat together under the stars. their hearts full of joy and peace. The forest around them hummed with a quiet magic, the night deepening into a calm, gentle rhythm. Luna wrapped her blanket around her shoulders, feeling its warmth seep into her body, and she knew that, no matter where the adventure took her next, she was never truly alone. The forest was always there, and with it, the love of her friends, the wisdom of the creatures, and the soft glow of the moonlight to guide her through. As they all settled down to rest, the gentle sounds of the forest cradled them to sleep, their hearts light, their dreams full of new adventures. And with that, the forest remained peaceful and still, waiting for the next adventure to unfold. The moon, now high in the sky, bathes the forest in its serene glow. The night feels endless, full of whispers and gentle rustlings, but there's a calmness now that lingers in the air, as though the forest itself knows that something wonderful is about to unfold. As Luna clutched her blanket tightly, feeling the soft fabric against her paws, a sense of peace settled over her. The long search, the magical adventure, and all the little moments of wonder had led her to this quiet, perfect moment. The blanket, warm and comforting, was finally in her arms again, and the forest around her seemed to sigh in contentment, as though it, too, was pleased with the outcome of the journey. The moonlight filtered through the branches above, casting long, soft shadows across the forest floor. Luna felt a wave of calm wash over her as she wrapped her blanket more tightly around her shoulders. The fabric, soft and familiar, seemed to hold her like a hug, bringing with it the warmth and safety of home. Orla, perched nearby on a branch, tilted her head with a smile. "See, Luna? The forest always knows where to find what you need. Sometimes we just need a little patience, a little trust in the magic around us." Luna looked up at Orla, her eyes full of gratitude. "I didn't know how long it would take, but now I realize it was all worth it. The forest is so full of wonders, and I feel so safe knowing I'm not alone." Finn, who had been humming softly under his breath, smiled up at the sky. The forest has a way of bringing everything together, and now we've all had our little adventure together. That's something special, Luna. Sometimes the journey itself is the most important part. Luna nodded thoughtfully. "I've learned that tonight, that the journey can be as important as the end, and I feel so much closer to everyone here. Thank you, all of you, for helping me." Hugo bounced up to Luna and gave her a gentle nudge. "It was fun, wasn't it? We all worked together, and we found it. I'm so glad we got to help." Luna smiled, her heart full of happiness. "I couldn't have done it without all of you. I feel so peaceful now, so happy." As Luna settled back against a soft patch of moss, the night continued to unfold around them, quiet and still, filled with the sounds of the forest in perfect harmony. Orla flew softly to the ground beside Luna, and they all gathered close together, letting the cool, comforting night surround them. Now Luna could feel the weight of the blanket as it wrapped around her like a soft cloud, the gentle pressure of its warmth making her feel completely at ease. The forest, once mysterious and full of surprises, now seemed like a place of quiet serenity, a peaceful sanctuary where every little moment was filled with meaning. As they all sat together, the fireflies continued to glow softly around them, casting gentle light in the cool night air. The trees, tall and wise, stood silently around them, offering a quiet, comforting embrace. Everything was just as it should be. The adventure had come to a close, and Luna's heart was full of gratitude. "Do you feel cozy now, Luna?" Orla asked gently, her voice as soft as the night wind. "Can you imagine the warmth wrapping around you just like your blanket?" Luna nodded, her eyes half closed in contentment. She could feel the warmth of the blanket, the soft, familiar weight of it making her body feel relaxed and calm. The fabric seemed to have a kind of magic, soothing her, calming her, making her feel safe and cared for. "Yes," Luna whispered, smiling softly to herself. "I feel so cozy now, like the whole forest is hugging me, keeping me warm and safe." Hugo snuggled close to Luna, wrapping his tiny paws around her, and with a soft yawn, he said, "I feel cozy too. This is the best adventure ever." Finn, always a little cheerful, hummed a soft tune, and the sound of his melody seemed to blend with the wind, creating a lullaby that wrapped around them like a soft blanket too. "The forest is always with you," Finn said softly, "and it will always help you find your way when you need it most. Just remember, Luna, that you have your friends, and that makes everything better. The blanket is just a reminder of that, of warmth, of safety, and of the love we share." Luna smiled softly, her heart swelling with warmth. She could feel the peace of the forest seeping into her, and she knew deep down that everything would be okay. The night had been full of adventure, but now it was time to rest. As Luna closed her eyes, the soft glow of the fireflies became just a distant shimmer, and the moon above them seemed to shine even brighter, like a soft, comforting guardian in the sky. The trees stood tall and still, their branches swaying gently in the breeze, as if they too were settling in for a peaceful night's rest. Luna's body relaxed fully, her paws tucked comfortably under her blanket, the warmth and safety wrapping around her like a perfect hug. Orla, perched gently on a branch above, watched over her, her wings folded and her eyes soft with watchfulness. Hugo curled up beside Luna, his tiny snores mixing with the rustling of the leaves. Even Finn, still humming his soft lullaby, began to settle in, his eyes closing in quiet contentment. The forest, now calm and peaceful, seemed to sigh in unison with them, the sounds of the night fading into a gentle hum, a lullaby sung by the wind, the trees, and the stars above. And in this quiet, peaceful moment, Luna felt the warmth of her blanket, the love of her friends, and the gentle, eternal embrace of the forest, and she knew that everything was exactly as it should be. And as the world around her grew quieter, softer, and more still, Luna drifted into a peaceful, restful sleep, knowing that the forest would always be there, watching over her, with all its mysteries and magic. The journey was complete, the problem solved, and the peace of the forest wrapped around them all like a gentle, loving embrace. "Good night, Luna. Good night, Orla. Good night, Hugo. Good night, Finn. And good night to all the creatures of the forest. May your dreams be as peaceful as the quiet forest, filled with soft winds and gentle whispers, where every adventure leads you back home. Sleep well, little one. Sleep well." As the soft whispers of the wind danced through the trees, the moon above shone with a calming light, bathing the forest in its quiet glow. Luna lay nestled in her blanket, feeling the soft warmth of it as she drifted deeper into sleep. But before her dreams could fully take her, a gentle voice floated through the air, one that Luna knew well. As Luna lay there, the peaceful silence of the forest surrounding her, she began to think about everything that had happened that night. She thought about how, at first, she had felt so lost and unsure, her blanket nowhere to be found, and the forest feeling so big and mysterious. But then she remembered the journey. She thought about all the friends who had helped her along the way, how they had shared their wisdom, their kindness, and their patience. And she realized something important. Luna thought about Percy, the wise old raccoon, and how he had gently suggested looking for warmth. She thought about Orla, who had flown high above the trees, keeping a watchful eye, and Finn, who had always known how to find the silver lining in every situation. She thought about Hugo, whose laughter had made her smile when she needed it most. I wasn't alone, Luna whispered softly to herself. I had help the whole time. And as the wind carried the soft rustling of the leaves around her, Luna realized something else. When she had been worried about finding her blanket, she hadn't thought about all the things that could help her. But the forest, with all its wisdom, had been there all along, just waiting for her to listen. Luna had learned an important lesson that night. Sometimes, when we feel lost or unsure, it's easy to forget the simple things. The world is full of help, and sometimes we just need to take a deep breath, stay calm, and listen. The answers often lie right around us, waiting to be discovered. It's easy to get caught up in our worries, thinking we have to solve everything alone. But the truth is, we don't. Just like Luna had her friends, Percy, Orla, Finn, and Hugo, we all have people or things around us that can help when we need it most. Maybe all I needed to do, Luna thought, was stop and listen to the whispers of the forest. The answers were always here, right beneath my paws. Luna realized that sometimes we don't need to search too hard or worry too much. We just need to trust that things will work out in their own time, and that the journey itself is a part of the solution. She felt proud of herself for staying calm and remembering that she could rely on her friends. And most of all, Luna realized that she didn't have to do everything by herself. With friends beside her and patience in her heart, even the biggest challenges could become little adventures. As Luna's eyelids fluttered closed, she smiled to herself, knowing that the moon would continue to watch over her, just like her friends always would. The forest, too, would always be there, filled with its quiet magic, offering help when she needed it. Luna didn't need to search any longer for answers, for she had found something even more valuable that night: the trust that everything would always work out in the end. And as she drifted further into sleep, she thought of the lesson she would carry with her into tomorrow, and the next day, and all the days that would follow. Luna learned that when we stay calm and listen carefully, things always seem to work out. The answers we seek are often closer than we think, sometimes right under our noses, or just a soft whisper away. And when we're not sure what to do, it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's from a friend, a family member, or even from the quiet, wise world around us, we never have to face our troubles alone. So, just like Luna, when you feel unsure or lost, remember to take a deep breath. Trust in the journey, listen to the world around you, and know that help is never too far away. And when you find the answers, you'll see that sometimes the biggest comfort comes from simply being calm and letting things unfold in their own time. That's what Luna learned tonight. And now, you can carry that lesson with you too. Now, just like Luna and her friends, it's time for you to close your eyes. Feel your body settle into the softness of your bed, just like the animals nestled in the mossy grass. You are safe, you are cozy, and you are surrounded by the peaceful calm of the forest. Take a deep breath in, little dreamer. Breathe in the cool, fresh air of the night, just like the trees do in the forest. Feel how your chest rises, filling with calm. Now, let it out slowly. Slowly, letting go of everything that happened today. You don't need to hold on to anything now. Just let it all go with the breath, like the wind carrying the leaves away. Can you feel how relaxed you are? Like the gentle breeze brushing against the trees, you can let go, soften, and rest. Feel how your body sinks deeper into the comfort of your bed. The soft blanket is like the warmth of the forest, wrapping you up, making you feel safe, cozy, and loved. Imagine the soft moonlight shining gently down upon you, just like it shined on Luna, Orla, and Hugo. The silver light wraps around you, making you feel as if you are in a peaceful cocoon, soft and warm, ready to drift off into your dreams. The moon is keeping watch over you, just as it watches over all the creatures of the forest. The wind is whispering its lullaby. The stars are twinkling softly above, and the world is still and quiet. Everything is just as it should be. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, little dreamer, let go of any thoughts that are still lingering. Feel your body becoming heavier, your eyelids growing softer, your breath becoming slower and slower. You're ready to sleep now. You're ready to rest, to drift into a world of dreams where anything is possible, where all the quiet wonders of the forest are there to keep you company. Good night, little dreamer. Sleep peacefully, knowing the forest is keeping you safe. Let the gentle sounds of the night be your lullaby as you float into your dreams. The moonlight is there to guide you. The stars will be your companions, and the soft whispers of the wind will comfort you as you rest. Sweet dreams, little one. Sweet dreams.